So when you guys have these combines, what are you looking for a player? Like how do you find your guys?
Those top 10 guys I'm looking for.
What's up, everybody? This is another episode of The Bench Starters. You have my brother Noah with me. It's James. Today, we have a special guest, Anthony Winningham with Baller Sporting.
Yes,
What's up,
sir.
baby? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good to have you, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad to be here.
Just to break it down, he's the CEO of Ball Up Sporting. They run a lot of pickup basketball in Kansas City. He has a professional combine. He has one of the growing pro-ams in Kansas City. So, hey, I'm happy to have you on the show, man.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do a podcast, man.
You got a lot to say.
Yeah,
I know
man.
you do.
It's exciting. Especially your platform is dope. It's like I love to see it. So
I appreciate you, man. So just to start off the show, let's talk about you first. Man, how did you get into just basketball? Because I actually when I was looking you up, you actually was playing football at Lincoln, right?
Yeah, I was.
At Lincoln.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was like, when you sent me over some questions and everything, I seen it. I was like, he did some research. I was like,
definitely.
yeah, so that was tight. But yeah, I didn't have a basketball scholarship coming out of high school, not one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but basketball has always been my first love. But I had a football scholarship. Most people, if you take it back 10 years ago now, I was like that in football. That was it just came natural. I was a quarterback, and it's just but I wanted to play basketball. I emailed 150 coaches trying to get signed to a basketball team, just get a scholarship. But I ended up taking my football scholarship, and then from there, I made the football coach sign a contract that said I could try out for the basketball team.
Hey.
So I was like, one way or another, I'm playing basketball. And then I was like, if nobody wants me now, I'm gonna make them see it. So I was playing football, basketball tryouts for Lincoln. I went to Lincoln University. Winter came around, tried out, made the team. So from there, played football and basketball for that year at Lincoln. So it was, and that's just, I love basketball. So it's ever since, really it kind of took off when I was in sixth grade. We moved to Florida, and it's down south. Anywhere you go, Texas, you go anywhere down south, sports is bred different. So it's a man-eat-man world when it comes to sports down south. So you getting cut in sixth grade. You in Missouri, you ain't getting cut from a team. You're just gonna put you on a C team, or they'll create a D team if they can. Yeah. But not down south. All one team. You got one team, and eighth graders, seventh graders, and sixth graders make the team. So I really had to get in the gym and just train. And that was the first time I ever did that, and that's what kind of
felt the love.
Yeah, it made me when you got to work for something. And there was only two sixth graders that made the team, me and another guy, and we had 1,500 people in our middle school in Florida.
About right. You hear that? You said down south. You said down
South.
south. Sport is different.
Yeah, it's
one different.
So everybody got cut, and we got a 13-man roster. I probably played 2 minutes all season, but I made the team. So
you made that team though.
Yeah.
And you're probably one, and then you're the two of the youngest people on the team.
Yeah.
So tell me the transition when you moved back here, right?
Yep.
Moved back to Kansas City.
Yep.
So when did you get back here?
I got here 7th grade, second semester. So I was out there for about a year and a half. Yep. And then I went to Grandview. And then Grandview was at that time we loaded
like that.
So we had
like that.
You hear that?
No, I know about
Kansas City's loaded too.
I know about
loaded.
Grandview. I know.
So my 7th grade year, that's when Alec was a senior. So they had Alec Quantel and all them. So you growing up, you watching them. It's crazy how life works. But I was walking down the street. There's a older guy and his son playing basketball outside, and I was just a hooper, so I didn't care. I was gonna hoop anywhere I could, anytime. And then I was like, "Hey, can I play with y'all?" He was like, "Yeah." And then this older dude is just pushing me come on, play hard. And I'm like, "Bro, we just outside chilling." And it's Coach Morris, and he's the head coach now at
Raytown South.
Yeah, Raytown South, but he was at Grandview. Grandview's head coach when they won state. And I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. And Coach Morris's son was out there. And then from there, it was just all right, now I see the coach. He invited me to practice with the high schoolers when I'm in 7th grade. And then my 7th grade, our team is Tyrone Taylor, Jawan Emery, Nelson.
That's
Nowicki.
my little brother's cousin.
Okay, yeah. So I'm with all those guys, and then Alec and them are seniors. And then 8th grade year at Grandview, we went undefeated. So it was a clean wash. I don't think we had any competition. And then I ended up going to Raytown and then Van Horn, and graduated from Van Horn.
Well, so when you took your football scholarship to go to Lincoln and you made the basketball team, because I always see you around the town, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Even so, so you went to Avila, right?
No, so here I'll kind of give you the rundown of So I got the football scholarships to Lincoln. I made the basketball team, and right before I made the basketball team, I wasn't getting a call from the coach, so I was thinking that maybe I didn't make it. So I was thinking about dropping out. Nobody knows this, but my dad passed away one month before I went to Lincoln. So my mind was in a crazy place, and I'm just like, yo, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to go to school right now because I'm not playing basketball, and I know I wanted to play basketball. And I'm like, I'm about to drop out. Then I made the basketball team. My grades is kind of down right now because I was about to drop out, but I'm in the gym every single day. That's all I did. I quit going to classes. I'm in the gym every single day. So right after that, I made the basketball team, played a few games, and then I was like, I still dropped out. My mind just wasn't in it. Come back home, I'm sitting around just training, trying to figure out how I can get overseas. And then I talked to a pro dude, and he was like, you probably should go back to school. I still had a couple years, or like 1.5 years of eligibility because I never redshirted. Time keeps ticking. I didn't know that either. I didn't have the knowledge, or nobody taught me these things.
Those 10 semesters was getting
So then that's when you probably see me at Avila, because I started going back to college just trying to try out. I wrote essays trying to get back to college. And then, but I only had 1 year and a half left. No coach he was like, what am I gonna do with a guy that only got a year left? Especially because I was going to university, so I wasn't going like a JUCO route or anything like that. So from there, I start working to get back overseas. So that's kind of why you probably see me at Avila and stuff like that. Yeah.
So going from there, so then when did you get connected with Ball Up? Because I know, we were talking earlier how it used to be just this men's league. So how did you even come in contact? Of course, probably in the men's league, but then how did you get into the business side?
Yeah. So I think it's like 2017 at the time, and my game is starting to elevate to the next level. And then I meet the people that owned Ball Up before me was Jackie and Alfonso. They was just starting, like they ran an open gym at Sports Lodge, and I go there, I hoop. They said, hey, I'll give you, they were trying to get they were recruiting people to sign up for their men's league that they was starting. And I'm like, yo, I seen them. I was like, what they was doing, they was recording with the cameras. I was like, if y'all ever need any help, you just let me know. And it was like, all right. So he was just trying to get me in the league. He's like, all right, I'm just trying to get this dude to sign up. Calls me. He was like, yo, did you want to get a team in my league? I was like, I'll have a team in 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, I had 9 guys on my team, and then got them paid for the men's league, and we was playing in the men's league. From there, I still told him, I was like, if you need anything, let me know. He was like, actually, we need somebody to come run the scoreboard. So I just came up. I cared about basketball, so I was like, these people are doing basketball in the city. I was like, I want to be a part of it. So I'm just doing basketball. And then one day they invited me to their meetings because I was just running scoreboard.
You was helping,
like,
filling in where you could.
Just filling in where I could. And then they was like, go ahead and come to a meeting. We want to get a basketball player's input on stuff. I came. I went to the meetings, and then I'm just sitting in. Wasn't trying to say too much, but I'm watching the business.
Watching and learning.
Yep. And then finally it just kind of started to elevate where I'm like, I'm full on with the business. I was working with them full time. And then Javi opens up around the same time. So it was a perfect time for basketball because Javi opens up in 2018, almost 2019. And then we get an office in there. And then I actually, when we started doing our open gyms, I was the person that came up with that system. So if you win, you move up, you lose, you move down. And it was the best system to have multiple courts going at once. So now it's like if you go to a gym with 3 courts, you might be playing on all 3 courts, but if you lose, you off and you wait in the game. Yep. And it's like use access to all 3 of those courts, and now you can play. If I'm at the top court, I got to lose 3 games before I'm off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're getting more games and more bang for your buck when you go to those hoop sessions. So And then you playing against everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not just playing against one guy or anything like that. So. And then from there, learning the business, just kind of they kind of signed the business over to me. So, and then, I started to go in my direction on what I seen.
That's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm jumping the gun or anything, but where did the transition to all right, I'm going to start taking these guys, I'm going to start taking them overseas. Where did that transition come in?
With the Ball Up Sporting, they was they wanted to do the men's leagues, and they was limited to Kansas City. That's kind of what they wanted to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was like, if you want to be the top in Kansas City, that's cool. But I was also, at that time when I was working with him, I was still working to get overseas. So, and then I ended up going overseas 2019, I think, was my first year overseas. So right when I started to go overseas, I was like, all right, I'm going to take a step back from the business because I couldn't, I no longer
do both.
I can't do both. I was like, I'm focused on this. And I was like, so I was just straight overseas. When I go overseas the first time, I just went on a tour, just like what I do now, running tours and stuff like that. I just went on a tour.
Right.
I did not play good. You think you're ready for something, and you're not really. And that's what kind of what it was. Yeah. So I averaged like 13 points a game. I was pissed at myself. And then from there, but they still invited me back, luckily. So invited me back for free. All I had to do was pay for my flight. No brainer. Pay for the flight. I go back out there. 28 points a game, just cooking, just like playing the best basketball you can play because I knew what to prepare for.
You've seen it now,
I had to feel the
type
pro
of shape
experience
that you had to be in, and the physicality of it and everything.
I was 212 out there the first time. My second time out there, I was 185. So it was just like, just like the real pro, the pro level of like, all right, you can't half-ass this. You gotta when you come correct. So and that's what I did. And that's why I played well. And then all at the same time, I got a contract to play in Bolivia. I got a business contract from my coach. My coach seen that I was working with my, ball of sporting back home. He was like, maybe we can do something here. And then I got a playing contract out in the Philippines. So that was all at the same time. So with I turned down the Bolivia contract because I was like, I want to do this. If I can do business and basketball, my basketball career, as not even just playing, just career in basketball in the field, will last a lot longer.
Right.
So my body break down, or once I'm older, I'm still in the game and I'm still helping people get their dreams. So that's kind of where it came. And then I brought it to Ball of Sport, and they was like, at that time, they were like, we're kind of losing the love for this. And we think that you can take it to a higher level than we ever could. That's what they said. From there, they signed the business over to me. So I got everything that came with the business, and then now it's just like elevating.
Yeah.
So part of elevating is, now in this day of age, is social media. So I know that they were filming. So what pushed you to be like, what, we need this? Because I mean, that's probably one like my favorite follows on like Instagram.
Oh, it's so dope, man.
And I appreciate that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I watch all the, like, even like when you guys have your little questions, like I might not even be there, but sometimes I just want to see the answers. How you think like who's the coldest one this day, or who's the best team? Like that stuff is really dope to me. So what pushed you to be like, we need to be more on social media to show we have talent, like, and our pickup is not bad here. You know what I'm saying? Like in some places where, like, I know some people tell me, like in California, like basketball is still super serious. Yeah. Like even when they're done playing college, it's still super serious. Like in their pickup and everything. But in Kansas City, we have the same.
Right.
So like what for sure. So what pushed you to be like, I need this to be more pushed and publicized?
Well, once I started, because my brother runs a business too, and he's a social media marketer. So I sit down, I talk with him, and he always says, if it wasn't recorded, it didn't happen. But that's how it is from a business owner. So like, even if we sit here and we do this podcast, we turn off the cameras, this never happened. Yeah, we might have had a conversation, but it never happened to the rest of the world. So my brother, he always saying that to me, always saying to me. So I'm like, all right, I have to become a presence on social media. And we actually got a few videos that done went viral, 500,000 views. We actually hit 1 million views on a couple of videos, or just one video, and then the 400,000 we hit a couple times. So, but it's always good and gets people more interactive and makes people feel good about Kansas City when you're posting everything and you're like, they can go on a page and see that they hooping. So it's like when you go somewhere and you're like, wow, I was like, I'm on this page, I'm hooping, everybody's here, and that's why everybody kind of comes to those runs, especially during the prime time, summer or Christmas break and stuff like that. So I had to do that so I can build a presence, but also it builds that momentum. So being consistent is how you do it. You got to be consistent. You got to continue to post. And especially with basketball, it's easy because I can use those top sounds. Any sounds that are trending right now, all right, I'm going to use those top sounds, post that video right behind it, and then just post every day, 3 times a day. And then you keep that floating, and now it's like, all right, I got momentum. So when I post, I got a combine coming up, or I got a tour that I'm running in March, which we got a tour coming in March, and that one's already full. I got another one in April. And then right after that, I got June, but I got the momentum by posting all of that stuff. So
eyes are on it, basically.
Exactly.
All the time.
So I'm at the top of everybody's feeds. So, and then once you get a certain amount of followers, you ain't got too much to worry about because you always got that steady fan base. So just trying to build that.
So when you guys have these combines, what are you looking for a player? Like so I know it's not like when you take them overseas for their tour, it isn't just about who's the best hooper. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It is about like who can fit. Like how can you win overseas? Like how do you find your guys?
Yeah, so we just wrapped up in New Jersey, and we did that combine. Had about 22 some odd guys there, and then putting them through all the skills training. I make sure they trained up. So starting day one, I'm just there to exhaust them. I want to put them through the ringer to see if they really care about this game. Do they look good in drills? It's just important. Can you do a simple cone drill? Can you knock down 2 shots in a row or 6 shots in a row? And putting them through those drills just so I can see that you care about your, this
craft.
This is your craft. This is what you want to pay the bills. So, and I know how hard I work, so I can't just take anybody else over there because they represent the business the wrong way. So the top guys, because this summer I'll have my own travel team. That travel team will be paid. So I'm gonna sign 10 guys to a contract. They'll be the face of Ball of Sporting for a month. And it'll be all expenses paid. So those top 10 guys I'm looking for, they got to be marketable. Are you marketable? Can you put fans in the seats? My last tour, we put 25,000 people in the seats in 2 weeks. So can that elevate? Right. Can I get to at the 35,000? And then when I get that to 35,000, can I charge those people 100 pesos each? You see what I'm saying? Because now that puts money not only in my pockets, but it also helps them out too. Yep. So then if there's 35,000 people at those seats, guess what? My guys, even when they come on tour, they're selling their jerseys. I had a guy make $800 profit selling jerseys. And that's just on a tour. So now it's like, all right, we use that. Are you marketable? Can you got shooting ability? Can you play defense? Can you handle the play style in the Philippines? I really think the Philippines is one of the toughest places to play in the world. It's 90 degrees every single day. Feels like 100. Most gyms are not indoor. Yeah. They're the outdoor indoors where you just got the
canopy.
cover.
You got a canopy on the top.
You just got the canopy over the top.
Yeah.
So it's hot, and then the elevation level is high because there's mountains everywhere. So you feel that elevation. So it's like, I tell people, it's like you're in Colorado, but you're in Phoenix. So now it's super hot. It's humid. The humidity level right now, if we looked it up, and it's probably 87% right now, humidity level. And then the elevation level's high.
Sheesh.
And then you're American, so they just automatically think that you are supposed to just cook everybody.
Yeah.
So they fouling you, they beating you up. You're not gonna get a call. I mean, probably average 4 free throws a game.
So
on
the
the
games
last
are
tour.
up and down then.
Up and
so
down.
It's probably super fast over there.
Super fast, and everybody's skinny. They're in shape, and it's like they're not the most individually skillful players, but they'll sub 5 guys in, 5 guys out, and that second 5 guys will do the same exact thing that the first 5 will. So it's like it's like you're playing against starters the whole game because they're gonna run up and down. They're gonna play hard for 48 minutes because it's 12-minute quarters, 24-second shot clock, and then
FIBA rules,
and it's just nonstop.
Yeah,
they're gonna run. I mean, one of our guys got a dunked on somebody. Boom! Everybody yelling, cheering.
Threw the ball out.
The ball was in and out, and they were scoring on the other end before I could even finish cheering. And I was like, golly, this is fast. So, and it's a third world country, so I need guys that are not soft. You got to be built a little bit different to be able to be exhausted and then still come out on top in a third world country where the food might be a little bit different and stuff like that. So the guys that can do those things, the top guys that are marketable, sell tickets, play hard, they're not soft, and they can handle it, then they can be on my travel team. But we got our tours, so we help push those guys to get signed contracts to the different teams that we play.
Right.
Most of the teams we play need imports. So we play against those teams and help those players get signed.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we looking.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we looking for. I got from between March 24th through May 1st, we're taking 40 players out. So, and this will be my biggest tours yet. So I'm super excited.
Where are most of these people from? Would you say they're from the Kansas City area, or are they from all over?
It started off when it was just Kansas City players, which was super cool because I'm like, man, I'm giving back to my people, man. I had 2 guys on my team that didn't even play high school basketball, and now both of them. Well, Jalen, he plays in the TBO right now, getting paid to do what he loves.
Right.
And I'm like, he started with me, and I was like, I tell him every day, I was like, man, I just for you believing in me, and he's the same way, like, man, you believed in me. So, but it was started off with Kansas City players, but now I got I got guys from Jersey, Chicago, Ohio, Orlando. I got a few guys from Texas. I got a guy in 3 guys from LA. I got guys from everywhere, man. Like,
and did they all reached out to you, or how did you come about these guys?
I'm a grinder, man. So it's like I'm a big, like, any way I got to do it, I'm gonna do it. So what I did is I got on Instagram and I just searched every professional basketball page there is, and I went through their followers. And then I got a list on my laptop right now. You got 800 names.
Grinder.
Grinder.
For sure, grinder.
All right.
And I messaged 800 players. And I said, and I just figured this: if I message 800, I need 200 to get on a phone call with me. All right. Out of 200 guys, I can convince 40. If you get on a phone call with me, you gonna want to go to the Philippines. If me and you, like right now, after this conversation, y'all should want to come to the Philippines. That's how. That's how much I should be able to sell it. That's what. Because honestly, and I tell guys, all my guys that are coming, I was like, the product is gonna be there. Are you gonna do what it takes when it's there? Are you gonna be able to? Are you gonna perform? Are you gonna do what it takes when it comes? And most of my guys come back. You know, they just like I need it twice. Most guys are gonna need 2 times. They think they're ready for pro, and you are. You just need to see it, adjust, and then come back so you can kill it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's just gonna show up and shine.
Right.
And I wish I could just show up and shine, but only the top 400 guys and those guys are in the NBA can show up and shine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but other guys, you know, it's a little bit different. But so.
No, you got it out the mud. That's what that is. That's what that is.
I was like, I'm not gonna be denied. I'm not gonna just post something and say, oh, you know, hopefully I get fill ups. You know, hopefully my combines fill up. Nah, I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna go get
and
it.
I done had guys like, how did you find me? I found you on this page right here. And
you know what's crazy is about that is, like, there's so many diamonds in the rough. Like a guy who didn't play high school, or a guy that went to a bunch of different, you know, colleges, and it just never
School
never
might
fit.
not have been for them.
You know what I'm saying? And he's just out here and he's super talented. It's plenty of those. I've ran into so many of them, and it sucks because their dream dies.
Right.
You know, certain things happen. You know, life happens. But for you to like create this avenue where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go get you, and eventually it's gonna come to a point where you ain't gonna have to go get them. They're gonna find you.
Yeah.
Your brand is gonna be so strong that they're gonna be like, this is how they're gonna see you talk about this, and they'll be like, "Hey, that's the guy I need to go with because he believes in you."
Yeah, that's truly what I want. That's really what I. And it took me 4 years to get overseas. From 19 when I dropped out to 23, it took me 4 years. So that 4 years molded me to be this person that I am today, and that's why I want to give back. I want the guys, the diamonds in the roughs. I want those guys because I think for me, I was a late bloomer. I did average 17 points in high school. I definitely should have got a scholarship. I want to say that. I didn't necessarily have the best coaches, but it was, you know, it's everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad passed away right after a month after I graduated. This is funny, but I had to bomb my dad out with one of my academic scholarships out of jail. So everybody's story is different. Everybody goes through different things in life. And it's like, yeah, maybe I didn't make it to the NBA. That doesn't mean I wasn't good enough. That doesn't mean anything. But that means that everybody's situation is different. But I knew I wasn't gonna quit. I knew I wasn't gonna quit. So the guys that are not quitting, I don't want them to stop chasing their dreams. That's what this is for. I want anybody that has what it takes, that can hoop, that understands the game to a certain level, they can play on my tours. And that's what I tell people about my combines. My combines, 60% of people will be invited on a tour. 60%. So right away, if you come to one of my combines, if I got 100 guys, 60 of them will be invited on a tour. But if there's 80 guys that understand the game, all 80 gonna be invited.
Right.
And that's what I want, because it's too many players out here, man.
No, it is.
It's too many players.
I agree with you 1,000%, man. No, that was great, man. That whole little bit right there is exactly what the bench starters. What we started it for, it was exactly for you. Exactly. So it's like to hear that and to see it, and I mean, I've seen it because I was in that league, that ball up league first. We've met plenty of times. We just haven't met formally,
right? But
like, and just to see you involved in it is like, it's just great, man. That's exactly what we started this for, is to have you tell your story about how you got to where you got to, man.
This is dope, man. This platform is, I love it.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate it a lot. So Man, shoot, it's kind of hard to, I mean, shoot, boys about to get back in the gym tonight.
Yeah, I'm about to go who, I'm about to go who.
Man, I'm about to go lift the weights, man. Hey, I got to find somebody else for next season. I'm just but, man, dude, that's great. So then you were talking about how fast they play overseas, so how do you get your guys ready? So when you guys are about to go on tour, how do you mentally get those guys because I know that you coach them too when you go over there. So how do you get them ready to prepare? Hey, this is how fast it's gonna be. What do you do in practice, or is it pretty much when you guys get the guys, you be like, hey, this is what it's gonna be. You're gonna play with a group of guys. Do you have practice time? Or?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so everybody has to show up. So if the tour starts, our next tour starts March 24th. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to be there by the 22nd, March 22nd. Mm-hmm. Tell guys to get there 2 days early because you got to adjust to the climate. There's even the first game, they won't be adjusted probably for about a week and a half.
Yeah.
But we're Americans. Our learning curve has to be ridiculous. So we take those first 2 days and we put them through it in practice. We're going to do drills. You're going to be tired. After 10 minutes, you're going to be wringing out your shirt. Just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're wringing out your shirt of sweat because it's so hot. But we put them through all the drills. And we just high-intensity stuff, just the normal high-intensity. You a college coach, so the high-intensity stuff, almost like summer stuff. Over summer, you working
so freaking hard,
bro. You got killing your body.
Killing them. And it's all for that season. You want to work harder than every other team. So, and our hardest thing to overcome is these guys been playing in this their whole lives.
Right.
The guys we're playing against been playing in this situation, their whole life, this climate, everything. So it doesn't feel like anything to them. They're just it's just a normal Tuesday.
Right.
And for us, we this is a crazy Tuesday.
Brand new.
It's a hard desert Tuesday.
Man.
So yeah, just getting them ready, getting them pro ready, understanding how to hit shots, especially so in the Philippines, because it's a third world country.
Is it windy out there?
It's not windy.
Okay.
It's not windy. They do got rainy season and stuff like that, but one of the weirdest things is even in the nice gyms, I done played in the nicest gyms, and then I done played when there's concrete on the ground. Some of the rims can only fit maybe one ball in 3 inches.
So you really got to be out there.
And then sometimes the rim is at 9.8 and not 10, or it's 10.5 and not 10. So it's you're not only adjusting to all of that, but it's you go to any gym in Kansas City, it's 10 foot, and the backboard is the same brand as everything.
Yeah, it's round.
You fit 2 basketballs, and it's not like that all the time in the Philippines. So you gotta adjust very quickly. So I take them to one of the hottest gyms. It's this YMCA down there. It's a terrible gym, but it's hot. So it's the fastest way I can get those guys adjusted to everything.
Right.
So I take them there, put them through it, and then I'll go ahead and take them to a nice gym that got the fans blowing and everything like that. But I can't do it on the first day because I need you ready now. Because, at the end, and you want to be ready now because you want a contract. And if you want this contract, you're going to go
do
through
what
it.
you got to do, man. You got to grind.
So, yeah, that's what I try to do to make sure those guys is kind of ready for that next level.
So, I know that you were speaking about, you'll have a group of guys that go and then they'll play in that league, or they'll be seen, so they're important to that league, and then they also have other opportunities. Yeah. So what time of the season is the Philippines? Because I know there's like some leagues are in the summer,
right?
And I know some run same thing as professionals in America, where it's just it's the NBA. They have it's in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? So what time of the season is the Philippines?
Yeah. So how the Philippines works is that basketball is their national sport.
Okay.
So that's what they care about. They don't really you get any regular person on the street, they come into basketball games. They love basketball. It's the ridiculous fans. But they do 3 and 4 month seasons. And that's another reason why I love it out in the Philippines, and I really haven't tried to go into any other countries, because I don't want to be out of the country for 8-9 months at a time. So they do 3 and 4 month seasons, and then they do the Philippine Cup. And then they got, so whoever was the top teams in this 3-4 month season and this 3-4 month season, and they all go to the Philippine Cup after that. So different teams in different leagues out there go different seasons, but they got different leagues and different teams all year round. So they'll do 3 and 4 month seasons, and then when you're during your off season, they got commercial teams. They're really big on commercial teams. So think about the TBL, that's our local, in America.
Yeah.
Americans were spoiled. We don't care. We don't watch any other leagues besides the NBA or college. Those are the two that we watch. We're not going to watch anything else because we're spoiled. In the Philippines, they're going to watch the lowest tier league, and then they're going to watch the highest tier league. Everybody. They just love basketball. Period. So
love.
they got a lot of commercial teams that are very successful, and those commercial teams will sign you, hey, we'll give you 10 games, we'll give you $400 a game. And then you'll play those 10 games, you play good, you win in games, guess what? All right, I'll sign you to another 10 games. And then you can do that until your next season starts. So I've had a guy out there ran up $3,000 before in 20 days. $3,000 just doing those, and then it'll get signed to a bigger contract for those seasons.
Yeah, and then after that, like you don't have to really leave because you're still getting paid to play basketball.
Exactly. So you can do that, or you can go home and then come back whenever you want. And that's that's kind of how my situation was. Get signed to a season. All right, I can get these paid games, and then just do kind of freelance and doing whatever you want.
Right.
So,
right. No,
and that's kind of how the Philippines works.
So the Philippines, technically, it's a part of Asia, correct?
Yes.
Is that so? Like, does it go higher? Like, does it include so say you win everything in the Philippines itself? Would you be able to go play these other teams in Asia? Like
so they
top
have
teams?
an Asian league.
It's a Super League, right?
The Super League.
That's what I was thinking of.
So every country in Asia has a team, and I think Justin Norman, what's his name? I think it's Norman Powell. Norman Powell.
Yeah.
He's in the Asian Super League, on the Philippine team. And he's going crazy. He was going crazy. He was out there when I was out there. And that is their highest tier of team. And then they got the PBA. The PBA is their NBA. They got 13 teams. So, and then my coach, is a PBA D-League coach. So that's right under there. And then they got the PBL. They got the MPBL, which is the Manny Pacquiao Basketball League. So, so that you can get signed. If you really going crazy, you can get signed to that Super League team.
You can keep going up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully here soon, this is, we still in the works, but we're looking to actually start working toward Malaysia and doing tours in Malaysia. So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, how much you're a grinder, man? And actually, I don't like using the word grind because grind means you do something until it's nothing. You're actually just, a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's not even to think about it. It's just, it's going to happen, man.
Got to.
So since we had this conversation, what we love to do is, we got you. So you have a 24-second shot clock. So it's gonna be fast, like the freaking Philippines, man. So we're gonna have. He has 5 questions, and I'll shoot out 5 questions. You got to answer in 24 seconds.
All right. Let's do it.
Me first.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're the pickup aficionado here, game to 9 all ones or a game to 21 2s and 3s.
Game to 20.
Game of 22s and 3s?
Yeah, I like the 2s and 3s.
Okay, explain. Tell me about it.
So the 2s and 3s, just to get that real feel. So 9 is a weird number. If we going 7, I would have took 7.
You went 7
all ones I would have took. But
okay.
For 2s and 3s, I would have took 20 just honestly for that reason, the 7. But and then you get that real feel going to 20.
I got you. Okay, I love it.
All right. For me, you're a point guard, right? So we're gonna go with guys. We got start, bench, cut. We got Chris Paul.
Okay.
We got Steve Nash.
Ooh.
And we got Gary Payton.
Oh, I'm starting Steve. Just consistent all the way around. He can pass the ball. He shoots at a high percentage. His free throw percentage is ridiculous. The glove is gonna have to be my bench. I'm not a huge Chris Paul fan, mostly because of the Clippers days. Because I feel like he was supposed to be the person to get them over the hump.
Yeah,
and he never really got them over that hump. So that kind of killed me. But this new Chris Paul is really good, though. Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna have to cut Chris.
Okay,
I got you. Okay, favorite college team, basketball team, go
all time.
Men's or women's. You can whoever you want to choose, you can go there.
My favorite's gonna be KU.
KU.
Yeah, I just
gotcha.
Yeah, I think as far as they're really good for college, like just a good college team. Bill Self does a great job in college. Yeah, KU is. For sure.
All right. So I know that if you work out a lot, and I know you work out a lot, and you've played basketball what's your favorite basketball shoe that you've ever owned?
Oh, shit.
That you should the shoe that you should have, like, man, going back on, I should have bought like 13 pairs of these so I could have these forever.
Facts.
It's definitely a pair of Kobe's.
A man of culture.
Yeah, definitely
Probably
Kobe's.
sixes, aren't they?
Sixes.
Yeah, sixes.
I knew it. I knew it.
Those are the best shoes ever.
That's
bro.
the best shoe ever.
You can't. Yeah, Kobe's is just. I don't know. It just hug your foot. Feel like a cloud on your foot, man. And they just.
You ain't lying.
I just feel like undefeated in Kobe's, man. So.
No, it really is. No,
Yeah,
it does,
definitely
it does
a pair of
the job.
Kobe's. If I wish I would have kept all my Kobe's, man.
Oh God.
Everybody wishes, you know.
Not $8,000 to get one pair of Kobe's.
I haven't had a Kobe. I ain't had a Kobe in about 4 or 5 years.
It's over.
I ain't doing it, man. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Best basketball to hoop with. We got Wilson. We got, give me some. Yeah, give me some. Which one is it?
So it's the Wilson, but not the Evo. The old Wilson high school one before they switched. They went back and forth from Spalding. Everybody had their little logo on there. That Wilson. I forgot which one it was.
I know which one you're talking about.
That's the Wilson that's my favorite ball of all time.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
you got one in the car? Is one in the whip?
No, actually, I don't even know if they still make those, man. I ain't found one unless I'm out of high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got an Evo. I got the new yellow Evo. Of course, I got 2 overseas balls. So yeah,
of course.
What's your most memorable moment in basketball?
That's tough. There's a few. I'll have to say I always do this signature dunk. Anytime I get a fast break, I just bounce it to myself and dunk it. And it was my second season out in the Philippines when I averaged 28. And this is my first, I think this might have been my first in-game dunk ever. I was dunking of course, open gyms, but I got a fast break, got a steal. I bounced it to myself, dunked it, lifted my shirt up, and all kind of crazy stuff. So,
Boy, some BD in them, huh?
That's probably my most memorable moment. The commentator did a good job too. He was like, Winningham, as soon as I dunked it, so it was dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite time.
I got you. All right. Give me a GOAT center. I like this question a lot. It tells me a lot about people. Give me the GOAT center.
The GOAT.
The GOAT center.
If we just talking about the best center of all time, it's Shaq.
Is Shaq?
Shaq.
Ooh.
I'm going. I don't think there's anybody on earth or will ever be anybody on earth that could guard Shaq. I think, of course, we all know Shaq could have probably worked harder, all that, but it doesn't matter. Even not working as hard as he did, to end up with 4 rings and probably arguably the most dominant player ever.
That 3-year stretch. That 3-year stretch is where it was like nobody. He was a boogeyman. Like literally, like it was nobody.
You can't do nothing with Shaq, man.
No, I don't think he could.
Shaq. I still like Wilt just because he's. I think people, because is so old, they don't understand how athletic he was.
No,
athletic.
Super, because Wilt played volleyball too and ran a 4.2.
That's what I'm saying. High jumped.
That's what I'm saying. People don't understand or haven't done it. Wilt was a freak.
He was an alien. He was an alien.
It's probably not even real. Honestly.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Most inspirational player.
It's my favorite player, man. The Mamba, man, Kobe. Definitely my most inspirational. Just it's nobody like him as far as mentally. Is just seeing so many stories and like how he motivated himself is just ridiculous. I still like it. The mind is a crazy thing, and he manipulates his own mind very well, so he can have that dog in him and just continue to go at all times. So Kobe's definitely for me. That's who inspired me to that's my favorite guy of all time.
No, we could go on for hours about Kobe, man.
Yeah,
we could go on for hours about Kobe, man.
Yeah, that's the only guy. Like it's the only guy like poster I ever had in my hung up or anything. I wasn't really a big jersey guy or anything like that. So I have one Paul Pierce jersey, and the only poster I ever had hung up was Kobe.
That's crazy. I had a fat head. You remember the fat head?
Yeah, I remember the fat head.
I had one of those when I was a kid. I had my first Kobe jersey. I had a mini motorcycle because I lived in the inner city, so everybody had one of them little mini motorcycles.
Yeah,
my
mom, pocket rocket thing.
Yeah, the little pocket rockets. Yep.
Yeah.
My mom and dad cut out my jersey and put it on the seat.
Yeah,
and then I got a custom Kobe jersey. It's Kobe and Gianna at my house right now. I never wore it. It's just a custom that somebody made me in the Philippines.
Nah, man. I love Kobe so much. I had the box shoes, man. I had the boxes, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I really was like, these gonna make me Kobe. these right here, because they weren't a looker. I'm gonna be honest with you, they weren't a looker, but I was like, these gonna make me Kobe. I'm gonna get these.
You had to, man.
So yeah, man, Kobe, he's really, if you don't really rock with Kobe, I can't really trust you on basketball. Like no matter where you put him all the time, I just feel like if you don't like just give in to the legend that is him, like I can't trust you.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
Last one.
I got one more. Ooh, this I'm gonna have to really come off the top of my head with this one. Oh, this is just a question I have in general. How long do you think you gonna play, man? Like at the pro level, how long do you think you want to play, man?
Honestly, because I'm taking the first 6 months off this year just to focus purely on the business to take it to the highest level possible. And then my body still feels really good.
You feel? How are your knees? How are your back?
I actually got great knees, so I've been blessed with great knees. So I think the ankles will go first.
We're hurt. We as a group we're hurt. We have terrible knees.
Yeah, so I got blessed with great knees. I don't ever have really knee problems or nothing like that. Ankles will go first for me. I'm not the best with ankles. But I think I'll probably get it till probably like 31, 32. But we'll see how it goes past that. 27. So yeah, I still got. And this, they say, from 27 to like 31 is like your prime.
For sure.
Prime. So I'm gonna see how I feel after that. See how the knees is going.
Man, watch out, ice them. Do whatever you gotta do to take care of them as a 31-year-old. I'm telling you, man, do what you can to take care of them.
Definitely gonna have to.
All right, so this is gonna be one. This is probably the first one when we pubbing and stuff like that. This is what people are gonna know you for when we first put it out. For all the guys that you played with in Ball Up, open gyms, overseas. Not counting yourself. Who's your starting five? Who's the five guys you be like, I need these guys.
I need
played
them.
in Ball Up.
Yeah.
Oh,
pickups, all of it. So it's gonna be a lot
for this.
Yep. I'm gonna put you on the spot, man.
Oh my God.
But if he doesn't choose you, still go out, support, still play, do all that stuff.
Show him that you should be in the five.
Change his mind.
I'm gonna get hell for this. All right. I'm gonna start with my point guard. My point guard is gonna have to be Broderick. I think Robinson is his last name. Or maybe it's light skin. Went to UMKC.
Yeah.
He plays overseas right now. Broderick is very tough. That's who I'm putting in my point guard.
He plays in.
You talking about league too?
No.
Like just the open gyms or just like league in general?
Whenever you play, who you play with. So he plays in. I think he plays with my boy Ern in Alponia, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh man, actually, I don't know now if we're talking about league. I was just thinking open gyms, but all time. Oh my God, because there's so many point guards. This is gonna take me a second because you can go with Rich Carter.
Yeah,
Rich was a freak.
Yeah,
Rich is a freak. You can go Neil. Neil
was nuts. I've seen it up close.
Yeah,
and then or you can go with Broderick. So for my sake, I'm gonna go with Broderick because he plays hard. Broderick plays hard. My two. Oh my, this is tough. I'm gonna go with this is probably my favorite guy that I've hooped with in Ball Up, period. Austin Danner. I don't know if y'all know Austin.
Oh yeah.
You know Austin?
Yeah.
Austin Danner. I'm putting him at my two. He's a small two though.
Light-skinned dude.
Shoot.
Don't miss.
Don't miss.
With the beard, he has a goatee.
Yep.
Oh man, what college did he go to?
Oh, I don't know where Austin went. Austin's so good at
But
basketball.
he's cold, bro.
Cold.
Yeah.
Especially like during those prime years of Ball Up, like the league.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's a small two. He was averaging like 30 something in our league.
Good God.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I do.
You know who you're. Yeah, bro.
If you've seen him, you'll know him for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm putting Broderick at the one, and then Austin at the two. So I don't need any more shooters because those two both can shoot. But Austin, both of those guys is playing defense the whole game too, which I love about them because they're gonna play hard and they want to win. Both of those guys, passionate. My three. Oh, this is tough. Three. Parts of me want to go with Ahmad. Just Ahmad's IQ level is just it's just really good. I could at the three I could put Ish because Ish used to come through the open gyms, played in the league.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put. I don't want to put Ish. I'm not gonna put Ish in there because Ish he came to a little bit, but ain't enough. So I got to give credit to my guys that be consistent.
They show up. All right, gotcha.
So, but I also want to put Malcolm at the three.
Yeah,
Malcolm Hamilton.
Malcolm is tough.
Yeah, he's
stupid bounce.
Bounce. It's just you can't stop him from going to the rim either.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna put my lineup's gonna be kind of small. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Ahmad at 3, Malcolm at the 4. 5.
Get to the nitty gritty now.
Man. It's not a lot of spots left, and I don't even know if I'm making all the best decisions. Because parts of me wants to put Frank in there.
Yeah, Frank could be in there. Frank could be in there, man.
Frank is tough. Frank is tough. Parts of me want to put Rambo, but Rambo is just a big point guard, honestly. So I'm gonna leave Rambo out. My guy Anthony Lane. I don't know if y'all know Anthony, but Anthony Lane is tough. He's only 6'5". I think I'm gonna put Frank.
You put Frank
I'm gonna put Frank.
Space the floor a little bit.
Like we're gonna be a little small, but
y'all be running.
Y'all gonna be scoring points too.
Y'all gonna be scoring a lot of points. Y'all gonna be scoring a lot of points.
We definitely be scoring points.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that's
a 5.
Yeah. That's
we like it. We like it. We like it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the 5.
So I'm sorry for putting you on the spot
like
that.
Nah, that's crazy. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm gonna go to the next open gym, man. Tony, you ain't put me in the 5.
Go out there. I'm gonna be watching, so for maybe the next time he might switch it up.
No. Yeah, it might. Yeah, depending on the day, it might switch up.
Yeah,
that's the 5 for today.
So, but you know what? This is a great episode, man.
Yeah, we'll be sure to come through, man. We coaching and doing all the other stuff, we haven't had enough chance to really come through and hoop. Y'all have the best hoop session in the city.
Man, so, I appreciate that, man. For real.
Yeah. So we're gonna be on the lookout. Hopefully everybody else is gonna be on the lookout too.
Oh yeah.
Players, there's opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's always, it's always opportunity. If he made opportunity.
He's a testament. He's a testament.
When you work hard, opportunity comes, man. You just gotta be ready. So, dog, hey, I appreciate you being on the show, man.
I appreciate y'all having me,
man. Of course, man. You gave us a lot. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Y'all gave me a lot just being here. This is dope. I like this, man. For real. Y'all keep going, pushing.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. So, and this is another episode of Bench Starters, and we're signing out, man.
Yo.